Hi, I'm Michelle Renee Hyatt from American Quilter Society, and I am at AQS Quilt Week. We are in the small wall quilts, movable machines quilted that is sponsored by Inova, and I am with Carole Berry, who took third place in this category. And Carole, we've talked at a couple other shows.
Yes.
This quilt has done fantastic across many of our shows, but this is your first time at Paducah.
Yes.
So this is your first quilt.
Right.
First time entering quilt contest this year,
Yes.
because we have seen it at Daytona and
Right.
Branson, and it is your first time in Paducah.
Paducah,
So
yes.
tell me a little bit about how you feel about being in Paducah.
Oh my goodness, it's been so exciting. And this show is so a different feeling than any of the other shows that I've been to. And just everyone has been so welcoming, and there's so much energy here. It's been so much fun.
And you've been taking classes.
Yes, I've taken, I took a 7-hour class on Monday, which was wonderful, with Susan Cleveland.
Excellent.
And I was thrilled to meet her. And then I've taken 2 more classes from her. And then last night we had the fun night, I don't know what you called it, with
our game night, yeah.
Game night
Yes.
with Alex Anderson, which this quilt is based off of a block of the month from thequiltshow.com.
Yes.
So it was wonderful meeting her.
Yes, and you say that, but it is much different than many of the ones that we've
Right,
seen.
right.
So that's what I really love about it. So let's talk. We've talked about a few features, so everyone could check our Quilt TV if you want to hear more about this beautiful quilt. But Carole and I are going to talk a little bit about the house that's in the north section, the top section here.
Right.
What does that symbolize?
So that is the building house that my husband and I, when we first got married, we lived in, and we had the apartment on the top floor in the attic. And it was right on the river, Cocheco River, that runs through town, so we were right downtown. And so here's the river behind it. And then down the street from that, when I was growing up, was my grandfather's business, American Dye House. And he was a tailor. So that I don't know if that's where the jeans came from or not. So it was, and this was a great mistake that it worked out this way. I was going to have my current house up there, but then I had it turned around, and it's a circle, so it wasn't the right way when I attached it, but it was perfect.
It came out
perfect. Yeah.
I love it. And then for me, I'm a gardener, so I absolutely love the flowers, but the trees.
Yes.
I love how in the north and then all around the center you have them, and then in the east, I should say east and west. And south, you have all the different seasonal trees.
Seasons, right.
Because this is the winter,
right,
where
so
the trees are bare.
I've got snow in the trees.
And a little snowman
and
in front of it.
Right.
And then I'm assuming this is our spring.
This is spring, and this is the house I grew up in, and we had a blossoming crabapple tree in the front yard. So that's how I started it. When I did that, then I decided, I think I'll do seasons. So it definitely evolved as I was working on it.
It's just beautiful. So. Now the embellishment, if this is your first quilt, the embellishment is just terrific on this.
Thank you.
Did you teach yourself, look at books? How did you go about?
So when I was in high school, I did crewel work.
Yep.
And just the 4 years of high school, which I'm having my 50th class reunion next year, so it was a long time ago. And I didn't touch it after that. So then I retired in 2020, and that September I started doing wool applique, and my stitches come with some, blanket stitch and French knots. Those things came back, but then I learned a lot more as I was going through it, and I was introduced to Sue Spargo and all of her amazing stitches, and so her influence shows up.
Definitely shows up, especially in the border.
And the border, exactly.
And the little,
right.
Yes.
Right.
It's just fabulous.
Thank you.
So I'd be remiss if I didn't talk to you about your jacket.
Oh, thank you.
So did we make this specifically to come to Paducah?
Yes, I did.
And it matches your quilt.
Yes, and I updated it a little bit. Our dog is in the quilt twice on the front and once on the label, and he just passed away.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
5 weeks ago. So I have him, and on the back I have a rainbow val. He's looking out the window, and I have a rainbow valance. I'm going to cry.
I know, I'm sorry. As a dog lover myself, job. I'm so sorry.
Thank
But
you.
I love that you brought him with you.
Yes, I
in
did.
Spirit.
Yes,
So
thank you.
that is fabulous.
Thank you.
Well, we thank you so much for having it, and congratulations
Thank you.
on winning at Paducah.
Thank you.
So we greatly appreciate
Thank
it.
you so much.
So we hope that you will think about entering one of our Quilt Week contests. You never know, you might win.